Chapter 20: Digital Sovereignty and the Tech Commons. As the world hurtles into the fourth industrial revolution, nations without control over their data, digital infrastructure, and technological ecosystems risk becoming digital colonies. Just as minerals were stolen from African soil, so too is African data being used and monetized by foreign tech giants. In a custodianship republic, digital sovereignty and technological justice are non negotiable. This chapter lays out a framework to reclaim and democratize the digital realm as a strategic public asset for development, empowerment, and liberation. 1. What is digital sovereignty? Digital sovereignty is the right and ability of a nation and its people to control their data, including personal, commercial, and biometric data, build and manage their digital infrastructure, such as servers, networks, and cloud systems, develop and govern technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and blockchain in alignment with ethical, cultural, and national values. In essence, it is the right to decide how technology serves society, not how society serves profit driven algorithms. 2. The problem of digital colonialism currently. Africa generates massive volumes of data, yet, the majority of servers are hosted outside the continent. Major tech platforms, Google, Facebook, Amazon, extract African user data but reinvest little in infrastructure or education. Surveillance technologies are imported from authoritarian regimes, violating citizens' privacy and autonomy. Local innovation is stifled by patents, proprietary software, and lack of access to funding and open source platforms. This is neocolonialism via fiber optic cable, and it must be stopped. 3. A state custodianship model for tech infrastructure. As with land and minerals, digital infrastructure must be placed under public custodianship. This doesn't mean state ownership of all software, it means public control over strategic platforms and digital utilities. Key priorities: create a national digital infrastructure authority to manage data centers, cloud storage, cybersecurity, and broadband rollout. Build state owned Internet Exchange Points, IXPs, to reduce dependency on foreign networks and reduce costs. Develop a public national data cloud for secure storage and management of citizen, institutional, and enterprise data. Promote free or subsidized broadband access, particularly for schools, rural areas, and community centers. 4. The people's data is a national resource. Just like minerals or water, data has value and power, and it must be treated as a national asset under custodianship. Data policy reforms. Declare citizen and consumer data a non transferable national asset with strict consent and sovereignty laws. Tax or charge rent to global tech companies operating in South Africa using local data. Require mandatory data localization. All data collected within the country must be stored locally. Establish community data trusts, giving local cooperatives control over how agricultural, health, and educational data is used. 5. Digital public goods and the tech commons. A just digital future requires open, shared, and democratic access to essential technologies. Commons based strategies. Fund and support open source platforms in education, healthcare, agriculture, and finance. Build a national open AI lab, accessible to universities, cooperatives, and social movements. Launch a digital public goods fund to develop apps, algorithms, and platforms for the public good, not for private profit. Introduce a people's patent repository where innovations from rural investors, students, and community engineers are protected and supported. 6. Digital education and inclusion. Without skills, access, and confidence, millions of people are digitally excluded and economically left behind. Bridging the divide. Make digital literacy and coding compulsory in all public schools by 2027. Provide free tablets and offline learning systems in remote, underserved communities. Partner with local tech startups to offer youth training in AI, robotics, blockchain, and cybersecurity. Ensure tech education for elders, women in rural areas, and informal workers so that no one is left behind. 7. Artificial intelligence for the people. AI should not replace people, it should empower them. Ethical AI and Custodianship Society. Develop national ethical guidelines for AI and automation aligned with Ubuntu and human dignity. Promote community driven AI tools for farming, health diagnostics, language translation, and job matching. Prohibit the use of AI in automated surveillance, racial profiling, and exploitative labor platforms. Incentivize tech for good startups, particularly those focused on solving grassroots problems. 8. Cybersecurity and digital rights. A custodianship republic must protect its citizens in both the physical and digital domains. Protective measures. Establish a digital rights charter guaranteeing freedom from surveillance, data abuse, and algorithmic discrimination. Train digital ombudsmen and public defenders to support citizens whose rights are violated online. Create a cyber peace and defense force, a sovereign ethical body for digital defense without militarization. Ban foreign owned spyware and military tech used for internal repression. Conclusion of Chapter 20. As we enter the age of information, our liberation must follow. The fiber optic cable is the new railroad. The algorithm is the new colonizer. But within every chip lies the power to build a society where technology serves the people, not profits. Through digital sovereignty and the creation of a tech commons, the custodianship republic becomes not just a land of justice, but a future of freedom.